So today I'm going to cover that how will you parameterize your test case in TestNG, okay, with the help of @parameters annotation. So we have one more annotation that is called @parameter annotation, and how to do that. It's very simple. So let's see what I'm gonna do. That I have one test case, very simple test case. Let's see, @test1 test case is there, and let's see. I'll write public void open browser. This is my test case, or maybe I'll say launch URL is my test case name. Launch URL test. I'll make it like this. And this @test is available from TestNG, right? And I'm going to create a one WebDriver reference at the class level, so that this WebDriver I can access anywhere. So this WebDriver I'm going to import from Selenium, and what I'm gonna write, I have to write that, okay, on the basis of the parameter. And what kind of parameter? On the basis of the browser parameter, I need to decide that which browser I have to launch. I need to launch my Google Chrome, I need to launch my Firefox, I need to launch my Internet Explorer or Opera or any other browser. But on the basis of one parameter. I don't want to hard code over here that, okay, every time Google Chrome should be launched, right? So what I'm going to do, guys, I have to create one parameter over here. Annotation is there, that is called @parameters annotation. Okay, @parameters annotation is available, and in this particular @parameters annotation, what you have to write in like this in curly braces. Okay, what is your parameter name? So I'm going to pass my parameter name as browser. Okay, I want to pass my parameter name as browser, and this particular parameter will be given to as a parameter to this particular test case. So I'm going to create one string parameter that is called my string browser parameter. You can give any name. So whatever the value we are passing, I'll tell you how to pass the value. So whatever the value will be given to this browser, it means, let's say I'm passing Chrome or Firefox, this value will be given to this guy. That's the string parameter. Okay, and then let's see, simple, I'm printing over here system.out.println. I'm printing running browser is browser. Okay, first I'm printing on which browser you are going to run, right? And then on the basis of that, I'll write one condition: if browser dot equals Chrome, right? Then simple, write a driver is equal to new Chrome driver, right? And then import Chrome driver, and I have to add the system property as well for Chrome. So I'll take it from our right. This is the system property I have taken. Okay, and I have written this condition: if whatever the browser we are passing, let's say the value of browser is Google Chrome, if Chrome dot equals Chrome, then launch Google Chrome. Else if, I'll write one more condition: browser dot, sorry, browser dot equals Firefox. Then I'll write a driver is equal to new Geeko driver. Or I write, let's say, Firefox driver. Okay, so let's forget about Firefox. For Firefox also we have to download Geeko driver and everything, which is fine. So like this, I'll put some condition: else if, one more condition I'll write, else if browser dot equals, I'm writing, let's see, Internet Explorer, IE browser, then launch driver is equal to new Internet Explorer driver, and then else if browser dot equals Safari, then system, then the driver is equal to new Safari driver. Okay, like this I have written. Right, so if browser is equal to Chrome, please launch Chrome. If it is to Firefox, please launch Firefox. If it is equal to Internet Explorer, please launch Internet Explorer. I'm not giving any Gecko driver path or Internet Explorer.exe path over here. We can do it later. For Chrome, I have given this system property. So for Firefox, I'm not giving any because I have to download and I don't want to waste my time on these things. So this is the thing. Now what I have to do, how will you pass this parameter? That's very important. How will you pass your parameter? So to pass your parameter, you have to create one file that is called as testng.xml template file. You have to create the runner file, okay, runner XML file you have to create. So what I'm going to do, that simple, in your project, right click on it and go to new and create a file. And my file name is testng.xml. Everything is small, XML. Okay, testng.xml file you have to create. And in testng.xml, guys, what you have to write, I'll tell you. Okay, there's a standard format. Okay, no need to remember testng.xml what kind of code you have to write. You just need to copy paste. I'll give it to you. Copy paste this, and I'll tell you what exactly you have to keep. So we don't need any thread count. Okay, so let's see what is your suite name. My suite name is Naveen Test Automation Suite, like this. I don't need any listener, so you can remove this. What is your test case name? My test case name is, let's see, free CRM test cases. And I have only one class, so I don't need all such stuff. So you can remove this. It's a very simple file, and okay, and where exactly, which class you want to execute. Okay, so I want to execute this login test.java, right? And where exactly this login test.java is available? So login test.java is available over here in TestNG sessions package. So I have to give this complete package name. So what is my package name, guys? So I'll remove this. Okay, TestNG sessions dot, what is my class name? Login test. Don't write .java, automatically it will pick. And no need to write that available in src main Java and all. Only give the package name dot class name. Right? So TestNG sessions dot login test. Now what I have to do, and so here I have to pass the parameter. Now how to pass the parameter? After test, okay, this is the test. Create one line like this, and then what you have to do, one annotation like this, one node you have to write like this. Okay, small p parameter. Okay, what is your parameter name? My parameter name is equal to browser, right? Parameter name is equal to browser. What is the value you want to give? Let's see, my value is equal to Chrome, right? And then you have to close a node like this. Okay, value is equal to this, and close a node like this. Like this. So this is a parameter name equal to browser and value is equal to this. So what exactly it will do, guys, that this parameter name equal to browser, the exact name you have to give it over here. So it means we are telling to TestNG that okay, with @test we have written this @parameters annotation, and this annotation, this value is coming from testng.xml file. Automatically it will do that. We don't need to create any connection. TestNG will automatically will connect to that, and then automatically will take it from there. Okay, so this browser value is coming from here, browser equal to Chrome. So the Chrome will be given to this guy, and this guy will transfer that value of Chrome, okay, value of browser to this parameter, right? To this parameter. Now, if you run this program and we will debug this. So on line number 18, I'm putting a debugger point like this, and right click on it and simple debug as TestNG. So let's see what happens. Some error. Uh, Test method launch URL test but has not been marked as add optional or defined. Let me. Okay, now see it, guys. I'll explain again. It's perfectly working fine. So this name equal to browser parameter name and value equal to Chrome I have written over here. And what exactly I was doing, that was the mistake that I was doing. I was running from directly from login test.java. We should not run it from login test.java because @parameters, the value of browser is coming from testng.xml file. So we have to execute our template XML file. That testng.xml file we have to execute, not the class. So if you right click on it and run as testng, it will immediately give you error. Okay, it is not able to find where exactly these parameters are defined. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to go to testng.xml, right click on it, testng.xml, and simple run as testng suite. The moment I run it, the browser should be launched. See, browser is getting launched. Okay, although I'm not entering any URL, so browser is getting launched and saying running browser is Chrome. You can see running browser is Chrome, right? It's printing running browser is Chrome. And if you really want to debug, okay, with testng.xml you can debug. So right click on it and simple debug as testng suite. Now you will see that, see, if you mouse over, the browser is equal to Chrome is coming, right? So I'll move to the next line. What is the browser value? Browser equal to Chrome. So Chrome dot equals Chrome, condition is true. So it will come inside the if part, and it will check system dot set property. It will set the property. It will launch the Chrome. Set the property and launch the Google Chrome. Okay, so it will launch Chrome browser like this, right? And then browser dot equals Firefox. No, condition is not satisfied. So immediately it will come over here and program is over, right? So this is the thing, guys. So parameters are coming from testng.xml file, so you have to execute testng.xml, and you can see that launch URL test with Chrome parameter is running fine. So this is how we parameterize our test case. Now let's see, I'll create one more test, and what I'm going to do, launch URL. After launching the URL, what I'm going to do, driver.get, simple, I'll be writing www.freecrm.com. Okay, this is the site I'm going to launch, and then I'm going to enter my username and password. So for entering username and password, I'm going to create @test, one more test, public void, let's see, okay, login test method having two parameter, string username and string password, and these parameters I'll be passing from parameters once again, right? So what I'm going to do inside this test, again I'm going to define two parameters like this, @parameters, and you have to write like this, guys, @parameters, and then you have to see curly braces like this. username, okay, comma, password. Right. So these two parameters again I have to define where in my testng.xml. So I'll go to my testng.xml and then again I have to define over there also. Right. So we have three parameters: browser, username, and password. So username is, let's see, my username is Naveen K and password is test@123. I'm passing from there. Okay. So three parameters: username, browser, username, password. So browser is being used here in this particular test case, and username and password, okay, in second test case, in login test. And make sure that, okay, this username and this password that you are using, the same exact you have to write, username and password, u small, p small, and the value will be picked like this: Naveen can test@123, and these value will be given to these guys, username and password. Now here you can write your Selenium WebDriver code. Okay, so here you can write Selenium WebDriver code. So I have that code already with me. Let's see, we can write driver dot find element by dot, okay, by dot name. Let me check with freecrm.com. Name is equal to username and dot send keys. And what exactly I have to pass? I have to pass this username. Okay, I have to pass this username, and same thing, driver dot find element by dot name, password is name equal to password, and dot send keys password. Right. So I'm passing username and password, and I'm not clicking on submit button, the login button, I'm not clicking on it, so you can ignore that part. I'm just trying to showcase that how exactly parameters we are passing. So this is the second test case, and I'll define the priorities as well, because I always want that URL should be launched first, obviously. So priority is equal to, let's see, 1, and this guy priority is equal to 2. Okay, priority is equal to 2, and I'll print one more thing over here before entering the username password. I'll enter like this: username plus username password. Okay, so let's run this program and let's see what happens. So again, testng.xml file we have to run. Parameters we have already defined over there, and see, it's launching the browser, freecrm.com, and see, entering Naveen K and password. Okay, and you can check on the report as well, 2 test cases got passed, and username Naveen K and password is test@123, which are coming from testng.xml. And if you see the report as well, see the report, guys: launch URL test with Chrome parameter working fine, login test with Naveen K and test@123 working fine. So this is the beauty of, okay, this is the beauty of parameters, parameters. But the problem here is that you cannot pass all the parameters, like it will be too much for you, that I mean too much for testng.xml, that I'm passing all the test data, all the forms data over here. We should not do that. So parameters are defined, let's see, for global variables or environment variables, like, because browser will not change, you can customize over here. Username, password, you can pass it over here. URL also you can pass it from here. So let's say I want to define one URL after browser. Okay, these are the global parameters which is not going to be changed. These are not my test data, right? So let's see, URL also we can write like this. URL is equal to tcrm.com, and this is a URL parameter, and I'll remove this hardcode value. I'll pass URL and I'll create one more parameter, that browser comma URL and string browser comma string URL. Simple, right? So for this particular @test, I need browser parameter as well as URL parameter from testng.xml file. So browser parameter and URL parameter will be picked from here, right? And URL will be given to this guy. URL and URL parameter will be given to driver.get. And then if you run this program through testng.xml, okay, so see, it's entering the URL and entering the username password as well. And both the test cases got passed. See, if you see the output result, Chrome with URL parameter, login test, Naveen K is the username and the password, right? So this is how we do parameterization in TestNG. Okay, so this is the thing. So how to write the in actual framework, how to create your classes and everything in your actual framework. Are we going to use all the annotations? No, we are not going to use all the annotations. We are going to use some specific okay, annotations and all. So that we will cover, okay, in the next section.